Welcome to the 2020 Lane County Home and Garden Show. This is the booth for Lane Forest Products. We're sorry you couldn't be here because the show was canceled, but we still put our booth up and it looks great, and we wanted to showcase all of our products, and we have a lot of different products down here besides the plants. We have our soils, our compost, our barks, and mulches, and it's a great event. It's too bad you couldn't be here, but we wanted to showcase those. And we have our, this year we have a lot of great materials. It's been a wonderful season for composting. So if you want to enjoy a great product to put down on your garden, now is the time to do it. And you can see from this booth that we have a lot of flowers. You want to get out and get those planted. We'll amend those soils with our compost. And from our garden compost, which is OMRI listed, barnyard compost, veggie boost, and our favorite amongst the people here in the Lane County area, our blended mint compost. So come on down to the Lane Forest Product stores in Eugene, Springfield, and Glenwood and pick up some great compost. Here at the Lane County Home and Garden Show, we have our soils displayed, and one of the soils, which is our Nature's Best planting soil. This mix is full of great ingredients, just enough soil. You can use this in a raised bed, planter boxes, that type of thing. Grow your vegetables, lots of flowers, whatever you want to do. It's ready to roll. You don't have to add anything to it other than a little bit of water, sunshine, and your care. So our Nature's Best planting soil, one of the best in the Eugene Springfield area.
Welcome to our booth at the 2020 Home and Garden Show. We unfortunately didn't get to have our show, but we wanted to make sure you got to see some of the plants we have available at our corner store nursery. Here's the kumquat. This was quite a hit at last year's show. The small orange fruit can actually be eaten with the skins on. And this year we made sure to bring some small ones so that you'd be able to buy one in a smaller, more affordable size. We will have these back at the nursery very soon. Uzus, mandarin orange, limes. At the other end of the booth, we've got tons of Meyer lemon, which are surprisingly hardy. People can keep them out pretty much half the year. Mid-October to April, you take them in, protect them for a bit, but then they go back out and you produce lemons in your living room. This year we've added in some interesting xeriscaping plants with some agaves, different things like that, some succulents. We have lots of hardy succulents available generally all the time at the nursery. In this area we've got Donkey Tails Euphorbia. It's quite striking, does really well in a container, year-round evergreen, really easy to grow in a dry spot. So we also this year really wanted to bring some of the more unusual things we carry at the nursery. Here you can see we've got this Tricertus. The variety is Samurai. It's a very interesting little flower, super easy to grow in partial sun. Behind it is a very interesting, it's called Carokia or wire netting vine. It has a really interesting structure to it, very architectural. The sky pencil holly makes a wonderful functional plant for a landscape. It'll grow anywhere from almost full shade to full sun. And then down below it, we've decorated the pot with some ornithogalum and some anemones just to brighten up that and have a real nice pop of spring color. So we loaded up our booth this year with the Gerbera daisy. They bring such a wonderful pop of color to spring. They'll go through the entire spring if you just continue to deadhead them. They're quite striking. Below it, we've got some great shade plants with the pulmonaria and the heuchera, both evergreen, real durable, great for a partial shady location. Here's another Carokia, super fun and just a really architectural container. We've got this interesting rosemary called Barbecue that stems actually become stiff enough you can use them to skewer your things to put them on your barbecue, which is kind of fun. Mint for making your mixed drinks. Some interesting strawberries. This one's actually a white-berried strawberry. It was quite a hit at last year's show. We have several flats of those we'll have available at the nursery. Then we get into some figs. These are all very hardy in our area. We've got the green figs and the brown figs. Wonderful little starter plants. And then at the nursery, we've got some bigger ones also. Different varieties of blueberries in real small, affordable sizes. There again at the nursery, we have some in bigger containers. So one of our favorite things we brought to the show this year was the Akibono Edgeworthia, also known as paper bush. Wonderful for a partial sun location, has gorgeous tropical foliage throughout the summer, just really striking in the landscape. Over on this part of the booth, we've got the Coralopsis winter hazel. Wonderful background plant for the partial sun location. Just makes a stunning accent in a shrub border.
Hi there, we're at the 2020 Home and Garden Show, and this is our newest product, Ocean Rich Fish Compost. This is our high quality fish compost that we source the ingredients from the coast of Oregon. It's from a sustainable fishery that doesn't use any chemicals in the process of separating the materials. The materials are a true fish byproduct, and the reason that we decided to use a fish byproduct was so that no other fish needed to be harvested in the place. It doesn't have any animal feed value. We age it for about a year and a half so that the fish smell is completely gone and that it's completely cured and it's not going to burn or harm your plant roots. We also double screen the material so it's ultra fine. That allows for the material to percolate down into the root system a lot quicker, making the fertility available sooner. It's also an excellent amendment to any of your potting medias that you may want to reuse year after year. So as you can see here, the texture of the compost is very fine. You can see the darkness of the material. It's completely broken down. So in addition to all of the extra work that we put into our manufacturing processes and our sourcing, we also decided to put our fish compost into a 1.5 cubic foot bag, and we competitively priced it at an introductory price of $11.99.
I'm here on top of one of the most pristine mulches you'll find here in the Eugene, Springfield area, made by Lane Forest Products. It's our Douglas Nugget. As you can see, we've used it here in our booth to walk on, but you can also put this in just to any type of bed for a perfect manicured look of a clean nugget. But it's also great in the walkways. You can also use this for growing orchids. It works great in those types of pots. But again, the Douglas Nugget, probably the most premium nugget in all of the Northwest.
Some of the other plants we brought to the booth this year are the heathers. Great diverse plant with blooms sometimes in summer, sometimes in winter, just depending on the different variety. In the corner here, we've got a really striking azara, creates a nice architectural effect. The whitewater acanthus is a very unusual acanthus with this interesting foliage, can really brighten up a dark, shady location. Over here we have this interesting evergreen clematis with very fine foliage. We find that it tends to hold up a little better in weather and doesn't get the foliage burn like some of the other evergreen clematis. Getting ready to bloom anytime now. Lots and lots of fun hellebores for some winter interest. Rugged foliage, deer resistant, drought tolerant. One of my favorites is this dwarf conifer, Habari. Super striking in a landscape. You can use it in a container or in the ground. Here we have the very cheerful, striking Rose Hill Red Camellia. Nice for a partial shade location. One of our favorites at the corner store are the evergreen magnolias. Great for a spot where you need to hide a neighbor or hide a view of something. Pretty tolerant to different soils. Bloom in the summer, huge white fragrant flowers. Just a wonderful, wonderful tree. In this portion of the booth, we have the Wilma Goldcrest cypress, also known as the lemon cypress for its fragrant foliage. Excellent for a container, spot where you want to really have a pop of nice gold color. One of my favorites is this Mahonia. It's an Oregon grape relative called Marvel. I love the architectural foliage. Looks very sharp, but it's actually quite soft to the touch. It's evergreen, just very durable plant.
At Lane Forest Products, besides bark, soils, and compost, we also have a wide variety of hardscape items. And right here we have one of our basalt drilled columns. And as you can see, it makes a great water feature. And we have a variety of these at our store that you can come and choose from. Tall, skinny ones such as this one, shorter ones, squattier ones with bowls. So a whole different types that you can put into your landscape. We also sell all the accessories for this type of fountain, the water basins, the pumps, all the fixtures. So we have it there at Lane Forest Products. Come on down and pick one out and we'll get you hooked up today. At Lane Forest Products, we have a wide variety of paver products, and one of them is our Chateau wall. And as you can see from this design here, it's easy to install. We have multiple sizes, so you can put it together quite quickly, and a lot of different designs. And also for the floor, we have our the Chateau pavers, and you can see that the pavers here are easy to install. You can do different designs, put some nice rocks in between, but it's something that you can do at home and make your outside area that more pleasurable to use.